Hey, what's up guys? This is Matthew Boyle from languagecardgames.com. Today I'm very excited to share with you the second edition of Othertongue, which is entitled Word Factory Inc. And the reason why I'm so excited about it is because, well, among other things, it's the first science fiction themed deck that I've put together for my company, Language Card Games. So I'm obviously very much looking forward to seeing what you guys think of this, because the last one was a fantasy themed deck. So this is going to be a quick video series to introduce it and show you how it works, and just to let you know, I plan to release it around the end of November. So if you're interested to know when this game is released and you want to be notified, make sure you go to languagecardgames.com and put your email address, submit it in the footer of the website. There's a place for you to submit your email, and I have a mailing list that will go out in advance. So, what's Othertongue all about? In a nutshell, Othertongue is a challenging card game along the lines of Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Magic the Gathering. However, it also includes a strong language learning and also linguistic learning component. So it's those two things balled together into one. And in this video, I'm going to briefly explain how you play. So right now, this game is set up to look like two people are playing. You can play this game with 2 or more people. It can also be played with 3 or 4 or 5 people. And what you need to do beforehand is construct your deck. One thing I love about this game is that it is highly customizable. So the game comes with 48 cards, and I recommend you look through the cards and pick out which ones you like or you know that you could use, because every card has a specific requirement to activate it, and you might not know that particular linguistics term or that particular word category. It might require a little bit of research for you to know how to use that card. So in the beginning, you might want to pick out the cards that work for you and make a small, what I call a mini deck of, let's say, 5 or 10 or 15 cards to battle against your opponent, who would have the same number of cards. If you try to use all the cards, it can make the game very long, and there might be many cards that you don't know how to use yet, so it kind of bogs you down. So after you construct your mini deck, you would shuffle the cards, decide who goes first. You can draw a small fraction of the deck for your starting hand. That's what these are. We have a hand here, a hand here, a deck here, a deck here. These would be discarded cards that have already been discarded, and these are active cards on the field that are fighting each other. So we're jumping into this game a little bit midstream. Okay, let's say I go first. This is my hand, and we can look at the hands, by the way, but obviously the players wouldn't know what's in the other person's hand. This would be something just the player can see. Okay, so I've got my hand, they've got theirs, and it's my turn. I draw a card and put it into my hand. Okay, now the cards that are in my hand, I can choose one of them to put down. I don't have to put down a card, but I can choose one if I want to and put it down. So I'll put down this card. Okay, and then I can look at all the rules of my active field cards here, and I can choose any one of them or all of them to do. And I can also do them in any order. So some of the cards will discard other cards. Some of the cards will deactivate other cards. When a card is turned down, that means it's effectively off. It can't use its rule. And some cards will add and subtract points to other cards. Those are the major mechanics of this game. And when all the cards in the deck are gone from both players, well, this is just one variation of the game. When all the deck cards are gone, the game is over, and the player with the most points wins. Every card you have out is worth 1 point, and could possibly have gained more points during the course of the game. So, I put down that card, and I can choose any variety of these rules here in any order. I can use them to attack my opponent and possibly destroy some of his cards. You might even discard cards from their hand or their deck, depending on some of the rules that are here. And when I'm satisfied that I've done everything I could do, according to the rules on my field cards here that I have out, then play passes over to my opponent. And they draw a card. They can choose to play one card from their hand, and then use any rules on their field cards in any order they like in order to attack me back. So in a nutshell, that's how this game is played. And in the next video, I'm going to give you some concrete examples of what these cards can do and what they ask you to do. We're going to dig into the language and linguistic components a little bit. Cheers, guys, and thanks for watching.